Could have been black in my other videos. Probably didn't put on the light. Look what's going on above my head, right over here. You see it like flashing? My hand's not flashing, but yet what's in the air is flashing. What's more real, my hand or the unfocus in the air? Have I pushed away the energy that surrounds me with the light I just put on, and it goes into the other room? But when I open up my curtain, watch what happens when I open up the curtain or shut the light in the room. I shut the light in the room, you don't see that energy, right? You don't see that energy. And it's not a red light in the room. It's a yellow light in the room. Do I look like I'm in my room? Hello, hello, hello. Maybe we can do the video from over here. I should come closer, right? I should just come a little bit closer. Coming out of my room. I look like I'm a real human being. Came out of that back room. What I'd like to talk about right now is the letter O, the letter C, and the letter F. F-O-C. Degrees, degrees, Celsius. Remove this in the Celsius and move it to here. Do you follow what I'm saying? Remove the thumb and create an F. Stretch up a level, 3 levels of sea level, Celsius. Fahrenheit, F and C, twice as much, or the above and below, 1 and 2, 2 parts. One is above, one is below. The ocean takes up none of the sky. And the sky, well, is just an ocean. If we were to calculate 180 degrees, which is half, and it is half because we start on the left half, but the left half is made up of 2 pieces. 2 pieces in the front, and the left half is made up with 2 pieces in the back. 2 and 2 is 4. And the right half is made up with 2 pieces on the right to the front and 2 pieces to the back. 2 and 2 is 4. But it's the above piece and it is the below piece. They're like this. They're set up like this. You need to connect them together. You connect these two, you connect these two. Building a Rubik's Cube. Except we're going to take out this row here and this row here all the way around. We're only going to keep the corners. 3, 6, 9, 12 colors. 3, 6, 9, 12 colors. I have 24 colors on here. Obviously, there's only 6, 1/4. Because everything comes from a different quadrant. See this corner over here? Okay? It comes into the picture. It flies into the picture. And it shoves itself right over here. So I'm going to show you, show me, show you, we're showing, looking together, that this Rubik's Cube is going to go right here. So I'm just going to draw the face of Rubik's Cube. I'm going to draw the face of Rubik's Cube. And boom. And then we say, this Rubik's Cube, okay, now flies over, and it flies over here. So we go ahead and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it goes over here. But I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to just move them closer together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect them. So once I connect here to here, I will now strengthen. I will strengthen this area, and I will strengthen this area over here to where now I can have my own bay. And now I can have my own bay satellite between this world's here and this world's here. Two worlds separated. One, that's the only difference between the two worlds. The in and the out. Just a bit different of a size, that's all. The reason for this is this. The reason for that is because it's on one side. 4 here, the cube. The cube, it's all the cube. See the cube? See, it goes in that way. That's one world, that's two worlds. This one needs to go, like if we were moving, this one moves down to here. When this moves down to here, this moves up to here, right? This one is holding. This one's holding. The two sides of balance up. And then there's another one up top over here. And this one is holding here, and this one is holding here, and this is in the center. Now don't move too much, because this is the twin tower. Here is the antenna at the top of the twin tower. Now don't move too much. Don't move too much. This, by the way, is the mouse eating the cheese on each side. Eating the cheese on each side. Eating the cheese on each side. But then again, this is the balance of the building over here. See the building over here? Stretching out the balance of the building over here and the balance of the building over here. We have to hold it up. It's like the flag, balancing on top of your mind, two different eyes. One eye that brings in, okay, what it wants it to see, telling the other eye, its own brain, right? The eye has its own brain. One part of the eye is telling the other eye, or this eye is telling that eye. But there's a stronger eye because we need the energy to come into our eye for our eyes to see out, to light up. How do our eyes see out? How do we get holes to see? Doesn't it scare you? This is also the two sides of the mask. You remember? Knights of the Round Table, the welder's mask, where they cover everything up just to protect the face, right? Do you see where the two elbows are sticking out, right? And their arms are actually, you see the arm? There's the arm, and now moving in, and here's the arm moving in on this side. And it's going like this. See, it's a lady. See the mask? See the earrings? See the Egyptian? See how it looks more Egyptian over here? Let me see. This is going out. This is going out. You see, it's like more like the Egyptian lady, right? Over here. And then over here, how can we make it like this, right? The mask and the antenna, right, is at the top. The antenna is at the top, and it's like ding 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 ding. And her feet, she's got to have at least feet, right? She's got to have at least feet. She doesn't fool around, she's got to have those feet. I know, she's got to have those feet. She needs those feet. Twin augers, she's got a couple of aces, right? Now standing out there, right? She's standing out there. Big old ace. 13 times 13, which is the Monopoly size board. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 3 and 4 is 7, equals to 19. Same thing for this one. 19 by 19 is 361. What is The greatest part about the circle is when you move 1 degree forward. 19 cycles will move this Earth 1 degree forward. If 19 cycles moves 1 degree, equals 1 degree. If 1 degree was in Celsius, we all start off at 32 Celsius. Now, 32 and 15 have something in common. They both create 5 and 6. There goes that pen. I went through more pens in this place. I went through more pens in the last 10 years. Well, mind you, I only went to early school for 10 years. Started, let's say, 6 years old going to school. By 17, I was out. 10 years. I've been doing Mr. Tack Bands for few, 3, 4 years, but I've been putting this together for 10 years. So I just doubled up my school life. Where's my diploma? Oh, I see my diploma. Hey, Mary Jane, I'll bring it over here. Sure, thanks for making me a little bit smarter than I ever was. So now we're going to take this lady into account, and we always want to know that what is the color of her pants. Should she be in blue? Blue jeans. Get into action with some blue jeans and corduroy pants. Say, she's looking hot. Where's the end of my pencil? Can't see the end of my pencil, right? Listen to that sharpener. Mr. Tack Bands is at work. He doesn't leave out anything. Anything that needs to be seen is going to be seen. Now we're going to see this over here. And we're going to try and do this really good. I'm going to start off the roof with a little bit of yellow because you know what happens? You get a little bit of a sun and it turns your face all kinds of colors, right? I think the ears should be orange. I think both ears should be orange. But you know what? If it was a cat, the ear also has to be a little bit blue. But in this cat, we also have to make a little bit blue. We're going to try to make the cats the same thing. We get the head going up together, the headrest going together. They're going out for battle, right? They're going out for battle. 2 dark eyes. 2 dark eyes. Now we have the red lines. I want to keep the red lines. I'd like to keep the face all yellow. I like a yellow face. I have a chance to change it with yellow, don't I? 108. My son mentioned to me 108 today. And I wanted to tell him that 108 is 3 times 36. 108 is 6 times 18. 6 is the highest number. It is the polar to number 1. But I can't explain that to him. He says, Dad, you're telling me too much. 108 becomes 168, which becomes 7 times 24, and it's counting for the 6 times 24 and 1 times 24 because you have to separate 1 day for God. They always say take away 1 day for God, and there's a reason. Because you can get 2, 4, 6, 8, right, onto anything. This one is 144 and 24. You can get 2. And how do you get 2 again? You can get 4. I just doubled up as 2 times 2. And you can get 6. Could be 2 times 3. Or 2 times 2 equals 4 plus 2 equals 6. The 9 lives of the cat. But don't forget, when you have 2 and you have 1 God day extra, you have 3. When you have 2 times 2, 4, and 1 God day extra, you have 5. When you have 2, 2, and 2, 6, and have 1 God day extra, you have 7, and you have the spirit of 76, and you have the polar to 1. This is the only true 7 worlds. This is the number that brings everything around. The moon, the earth, electric company, and these 3 initials, S, T, and N. The turn of Saturn's spin and the connecting of the mountains, the connecting of the spirit. See, this is the T. Let me do that again. Since this is the T, and we have to have a T above, and we're going to make a T below. You have to go above and below. So this is what we have. We take our T from here, we drop it into the center. Here is your L letter.
Here's your L letter. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go over the center. That's why the center is going to get triple color, because the center is the center. All you can go is thicker, right? So then we're going to go down here. Okay. We're going to do the same thing as here. We're going to go down, and then we're going to go all the way over. And then we create again L and L. L and L. L is her planet. It is also the I within her. Look what it creates. It creates the dollar sign. The dollar sign shows the split 8. 108. If you want to look at 108 looks like, here's another 108. By drawing 1 down 5, you get an angle 8, the cube 8. So what number is this cube 8? Do I have to put my cube on an angle? Do I have to take this cube and put it on an angle? What if my book was on an angle? Right? What if my book was on an angle? Once this goes on an angle, okay, this shows you your greatest diameter. But this is in your first block. Do you remember the blocks of Rubik's Cube? This is in your first block. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8. How many cubes are on here? 8? Well, let me show you something else about this Rubik's Cube. There are 8 corners. 4 and 4. There is one core center. There is one. But remember, there's this way where all these 4 sides are the same, and there's this way where all these 4 sides are the same. There's 3 different combinations of sides. There's 3 different when the 1 is up, you get a combination on the side of 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the greatest combination. 2, 3, 4, 5 when the 1 is up. When the 6 is up, you get 2, 3, 4, 5. Same answer. 5 and 4 is 9. 9 and 5 is 14. 1, 1, 4. 1, 1, 4, the number to Abraham and AD. 0, 1, 2, 3 equals to 4 because we start on 0. We come into the hole. We start on 0. Right through. 0 equals 1 because it's an area space. You see the area space this takes up? It takes up all around. 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. 0 equals to the number right away. Look, it took up all 3 squares as 0. This one over here is different because it's a continuous, whatever you want to call it. And it looks more square than anything else. I mean, it looks not even square. This is a circle and this is an oval. So we can see the difference between the circle and the oval. The oval is showing me, let's say I need to turn my page, so I need space to turn my page, right? Could be a bigger circle, but why open the width this way? Follow what I'm saying? When it's in between, it's larger because the in-between space, if it's on one side, it's here and here, the in-between space. And now let me start it this way. Here's the middle of the circle, right? Here's the side and here's the side. From here to here is half the distance. Here to here is half the distance. From here to here is twice the distance. That's why I say we have to work in halves. If it's in the center, right, the center gets twice at half the distance. If it's on the left, it gets once at twice the difference because it goes half here, it gets 1. It goes half here, it gets 1, it gets 2. By going half and half, it gets 2. It moves a total of 1. This one moves a half and a total of 1 to get 1. A half to get the first one, another half to get the second one, then to the third. Fourth is all the way back. This one is 1 and back 2, 1 and back 2, picking up 4. They both jump to this one doesn't move. They get them both on the way. 4, 1, 4 equals to the corners. There are 6. There are 6 in the center. There are 4 on the top and 4 on the bottom. Is 8 in the middle row. These are 2 colors. This is a 1 color. This is a 3 color. This is a 2 color. And then we have this row here. See this row over here? The difference between this row is you see this 6 center. It's not really 6 center. It's how can I say, is it 4? Yes, it's 6 centered, but it's 6 centered to 1 and 2. See the 2 colors and the 1 colors? Here's 3 colors and 2 colors. 3 and 3, 2 color. Here's 2, 1 color. So it's 3, 2 color on the top, and it's 2 1 color in the center. So the 2 1 color in the center, 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 5, equaling to the heart. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 11, equals to the top. 11 is on the top, 5 is in the center. They spell the letter key, by the way. So now you have 8, 6, 14, 22. You have 22 cubes over here. Total cubes, 26 cubes. 8 and 8 is 16. 6 in the middle is 22. And then 2 here. But the 2 count for these 2 here and these 2 here. There's a total of 26 cubes. 18 and 8 that holds the corner. And all you need is the 18 and you need the cube in the center. You need the 18 and the cube in the center. You tie them all up. 18 equals A and H. 26 equals B and F. This becomes R. This becomes Z. R, Z. I know I will be getting DBZ. This will actually come into Dragon Ball Z, but I don't remember where it came in. This 8 is for H. It also represents the I because H goes nowhere with I. It's like rising bricks. It separates. You see the I over here? You separate the 2 bricks and then you put another brick on top, joining the 2 bricks together. When you do that, you actually make this design between the 2 bricks and the brick below. This will be the mortar. Brick and mortar, building bricks. This is the design, H and I. There are many other designs. There's the castle design. The castle design is this. It'll keep recreating 52, which is the crank of the DNA. But let's get back to the 168 hours in the week, which now becomes 84. 84 is the representation of Pluto. Everything seems to be running through Pluto. We always need 1 to run everything. But when 2, 4, 6, and 8 come about, right? First, second, third, and fourth, we start at 0. Then we go to 1. Then we go to 2. 1 and 2 equals 3. And then we go back to 0 again. And then we continue on. 3, 2, 3, 2. 0 is 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 0, 2. In the odd numbers, that's the way they worked. 2 times 2, 3 times 2, 4 times 2. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Since the first 0 gives you nothing, we start by the next one. Am I saying that right? There's another way to look at it is on your keyboard. It's 2, 5, 8. 2, 5, 8 on your keyboard. The 5 is actually 4 and 1. The 7, 6 and 1, doesn't play from 6. It plays from 5. It's 5 and 8. 6 is the half-life. In between, it's the east-west. Remember we were showing you Rubik's Cube, the front and the back? Because you have your complete cube over here. You have a complete cube over here. A whole cube goes in over here. A whole cube goes in here. When this cube goes in here, it equals to 54. Why? 9 areas times 6 is 54. And a cube over here, 54. The total is 108. Imagine the Twin Towers, 110 stories. It's supposed to look like this, 108. But it became the Twin Towers. Unless what you're actually doing is building it all up on these 2. Only these 2. These 2. Take away 1, take away 2, take away 3. This is like a primordial twin tower. Understand what I'm saying? I have all these 3, but this will live inside of here. 1 and 1, then 2 is 3. 1 and 5 is 6. 1 and 8 is 9. See the way everything moves over from this section? But it's not only for the number 1 that it happens. It happens for the 1, it happens for the 4, and it happens for the 7. 1 inside 4 is 5. Inside 7 equals 8. Now they become 5 and 8 will now play with 3, 6, 9. In which 3 levels of 3, in which 1 plays in 9, in which 1 is the pull art to 6, in which 1 is 101 to 3. 4, 7, 10, 1 plus 0 is 0. 7, 10, 1 plus 0 is 0. 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. 7, 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. 16, 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 and 8 is 15 equals 6. 7 and 5, 12 equals 3. 4 and 8 is 12 equals 3. 4 and 5 equals 9. 1 and 5 equals 6. 1 and 8 equals 9. 3, 6, 9. 9 and 6 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, back to 108 again. Raphael, 7286, understanding that this is double of this and carries the 1 within it. This is 4 times this. 9 is 4 times 3. 4 times 3 equals 12 equals 9. Why? Because the 1 that is inside of 3 is also inside of 9. This 3 is actually a 2, and this 9 is actually an 8. This is 4 times this value. This becomes 36, and this becomes 12. The total is 48. 8 times 6 equals to 48. Area space used. This equals area space used 1/2. Why? 4 is 1/2 of 8, or 2 to 1. Now, if it's 2 to 1, it brings up another scenario. We didn't finish checking out the lady over here. Apparently, she had a very nice dress on. Very, very well made. What kind of dress was this beautiful, beautiful woman wearing? Or did she just come out of the army? Just wanted to finish off this dress. Oh, yes. Little diamond for the heart, right? Finish it off with some hard blues. Sing me some hard blues. Yeah. You don't mind if I finish the pyramids off just below? And get ready for the ending, because it's going to be a red one. Get ready and pull out that red one over here. Here's the red one, right? I'm not watching the screen as I do this, so I don't know what it looks like yet on the screen. It usually looks a little bit different. And by the way, it always looks better, right, when you're explaining what's going on. You can see that each one is holding a power ball inside. On one side, the power ball is smaller, and the other, it's larger. On one side of the power ball, we have the table and the game. On the other side, we have the computer with the results. And the results that come in, it's like a sideways tower, right? It's a sideways tower. Paint the roof up. And we're going to connect this arrow over here. And then we're going to connect this red line over here. And up here, just going to see if we can fill it in. And maybe we can oh, there she is. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? I don't like this blue here. I don't like this. This doesn't look good like that. It should be like this, right? That's what I like about darker colors, so that you can go over some of the light colors, but not with all your pencils, right? Not with all your pencils. And then we'd have to actually right? You like her? But what if she wanted to go on vacation and she didn't have any wings? What if she needed wings for a vacation? What if she just wanted to get a wing? She'll put on one wing here, and then she'll put on another wing here. Yeah, now she got 2 wings, like a folded book or something, right? There's a wings on the outside. Wings, wings. Fly, birdie, fly. Just fooling around at the end here. Just want to add this on. I always like to add the wings on, right? You can also call them the eyes. You know the eyes that they have on the butterflies, right? I like to call her the old lady, the mean old lady over here. And here's her legs. Here's her legs over here, right? This one over here, this mean old lady here. Her elbows are sticking out here and here. She's holding this. She's holding behind her. See, here's her two legs, right? Right? Holding on to her kid, to this alien. She's looking up into the sky, or she's talking over here by the end of the fish, right? Oh, I forgot this one over here. Yeah, this one's got to go up here, right? Trying to follow that. See if that fits in. See that W over here? See that? I like that. Yeah, it's not big enough. But anyways, so it's either this one's standing up and holding this one, and here's the legs, or it's this one over here holding this behind the back. You see the Pharaoh face over here? They're having like this big war, right? And I don't know. I'm starting to see it a little different. I don't know. So the more you fill it in, the better she looks, the better they both look, the better the design. And you know what? You don't have to be that perfect. I'm not really crazy about the end design, but this should have come up to be the Star of David at the end. You all know that, right? Star of David from the background. And then you have the blue sky on the outside. That way you put a little blue and the yellow will come through. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. What do I do? What do I do? I just redid my flag in the other room. Can you see that other room flag in there? Anyway. Yeah, what do I do? I don't do nothing. I plunge for tea. I have a tea bag right over here, and I'm trying to cleanse out the information I receive every single day. And how I get the information is by calculator. Oh, I see a number. Oh, 9 is next to 8. 9 times 8 is 72. 7 plus 2 is 9. Between 2 and 7, 5 plus 2 is 7. 5, 2, and 7 now go together, but there's only 4 in between, so if I'm playing cards, I better watch out where that fits. 108? How about 180 degrees? How about 18 degrees? Because the 08 can also be used as a degree sign. How about the decimal point, or the point that separates two sides, and it be 1.8? Because a decimal is almost like the center of the circle, except you put the points because you have all 4 sides. 6.25 times 4 is 625. 18, 180 degrees plus 32, which is a Celsius level. Why? Because the lowest level is 1 to 5. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 6 and 5, 11. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 6 and 5, 11. Same thing. Celsius, the back door to get in at the freezing point, 32. And every level you go up in the degrees is 1.8. 1 degree is 33.8. 2 degrees is 2 times 1.8 is 3.6, and 32 is 35.2. 352. 176. 1 spirit and 76. Do you want to talk the Mayan calendar? We have to make a metric system for everything that exists. This is what I am doing. This is what I believe I have done. This is what I believe tells me how things fit together. Are my numbers wrong? Am I using the right numbers? Yes, I am. I'm using the numbers of Celsius. 10 degrees Celsius equals to 30, equals to 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 32 equals to 52 minus 20% of the 10 equals to 2. 52 minus 2 equals to 50. All zeros equal 6 because we don't live in the middle of nowhere. We live around on the donut. Here's the 5 area, right? We come in here, but we have the platform. Boom. 5 area over the 6. Filled in the hole in the donut, right? 5 once had a hole in the donut. Look, see that area? It's empty, right? See that same area? It's full. Filled it up, and it's even bigger. Would you rather be sitting there or be sitting there? A circle shows 2 sides split. In a circle, it can spin. You can choose 2 sides. But remember, am I really choosing? How many numbers takes up the center? If I was a cork in a bottle, how many numbers take up the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 about. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say. But you're wrong because I'm wrong. It's 8. Because there's only 18 numbers. Are they all polars or all singular? Is there a rod coming out from separate places? If it was like the Wheel of Fortune, they are all singular on the same wheel. It will be one of, it's almost like saying, pick a number. It doesn't matter. It's going to be on this wheel. All the numbers, when you roll a ball, if it doesn't fall in that specific number, you still win. Only when the ball goes off the table can you lose, because the ball and the wheel is in the table. But you have to choose a specific spot. You play with 2 cubes. Again, how 1 and 3 and 1 and 9. How many cubes on here? 26. The one in the center has grounded out every single cube. Where the 27th cube is, listen to this, where there is no 27th cube, 13 times 13, 169, 14 times 14, 196, 196 minus 169 or plus 169 is 365. Minus 169 from 196 is 27, the 27th cube. Y is Y. And there's only how many sets of cubes? There's 1 here, 2 sets here, 3 kinds here, 4 kinds here. There's 4 kinds of cubes in here. Of a total of 26 cubes of 27 area spaces. The total area spaces used by the core is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 3 across here. There's 2 across here, and there's 3 across here. 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here there's 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9 taking up 12 spaces, but we double the corners, in which we triple the colors. This is what I do. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus, understanding the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 equals 6 because the polar of 1 is 6. 0 is the totality. 0 is more than 1 part. 0 is more than 1 part. 0 is 4 parts. It's 4 parts. 0 is 5 parts. 5 times 2 equals 10. That's a 0. 0 is 4 parts because 4 times 9 is 360, which causes the 0. 9 is the greatest number. 9 is also the largest number apart from 1, 108. 1 in the center, 4 to the left, 4 to the right, 159, A, E, and I. There are just so many things I can just mention for realities. And the reality of the game is, this is the only thing you can see. This is the revert number. This is red and pull, and it's a representation of Nibiru. 3, 2, and 1 is 3. 6 and 5 is 2. 2 and 3. Do we know any 7s and 3s? Yes. This is a real 7. Where this is a real 3 because it's a 2 with the 1 separate. We need 2 to make it up, the original. Do you see the dog bone between this over here? Because the in-between space, these two connect the reality, the truth. Which way is this going? Would it be going pointing this way or pointing that way? On which side?
It goes all the way, if it points opposite, then it goes all the way around and meets at the other end. Is that possible? Let's not speak anymore. Like I said, there's a dice here and a dice here. In here's a little station. They all last suit to the same station. They tie up all the islands. They lower them into the oceans, and boom, islands in the Caribbean. Raphael, Avatar's Place. Thank you for watching.